Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. I'm so glad we're both mic'd up now. We had a little hiccup during commercial break. Almost got on air without a mic, but we are all mic'd up. So we have Caleb Fine, the assistant principal of Park City High School, and we have Bassam Salem, the CEO of atlasRTX. You guys both are talking about the texting system that the schools use, and you guys are involved with their external system, but even your internal system is brand new as well. So let's talk about how it's gone so far. You started at the beginning of the school year. Have you guys used it? How's it been?
Yeah, well, we're always trying to be proactive to prevent any need for internal messaging in an emergency situation specifically. But what we wanted to do was implement something for our teachers and our staff to be able to communicate with administration and first responders in the event of an emergency. So we're thrilled. The only flaw to the system at all is if someone doesn't have cellular service or Wi-Fi connectivity, and both of those are better than ever. We're still looking at ways to continue to improve Wi-Fi and cell service within the high school. So teachers are empowered to utilize their phone to communicate in an emergency situation. And Loop Messenger, we found it. It's a great product that came out of our PC caps, similar to what atlasRTX is. And with that partnership, we've piloted it, and it's been great. The feedback has been tremendous from our teachers. They really like the ability to communicate in an emergency situation.
So what's the biggest difference between an internal messaging system and an external?
Internal is only going to have our teachers and our staff on it, and the external, we're so excited about how it is engaging the community and the students. The internal system we primarily use in emergency situations, and the external is emergencies, but as Bassam can talk about, it's so much more than that. We can use it for any form of information we need our community to be aware of.
This is really interesting. So the students are involved?
Anyone in the community can actually sign up for what's called PCSD chat. That's the name of the program for the school district that's external facing. So parents, community members, or any students can sign up. And as Kayla was mentioning, it's not just about emergencies. In fact, when we started out, emergencies were not what we were intending.
On your radar,
yeah,
right?
It was really about engaging the community, engaging parents, and especially those who may today not have a mechanism of engaging the school district. So for example, folks who may speak Spanish primarily at home have no way of really knowing about parent-teacher conferences in a timely manner, or being able to ask questions. And that's been as an immigrant myself, it's been one of the most fulfilling things to see is everyone in the community getting notices at the same time and being able to provide feedback and ask questions. So it's a two-way communication. It's not just announcements.
Really?
Yes.
So if you get an announcement on your phone through a text message and you text back, who is texting them?
So it's two parts to that, two parts to the answer. The first is Melinda Colton, Director of Communications, is absolutely there and monitors every single message and engages when necessary. But there's actually an AI chatbot that when it can, will answer questions. So actually a lot of parents don't know this. If you ask it for the schedule, it'll provide you a link to the current schedule for the school. And if you type help, and I say this because I know a lot of people listening may not know this, try typing help and it'll show you some of the options that it can provide automatically without Melinda's help.
That's so interesting. So let's go over again the types of different situations that you would get a text message from. PCSD chat.
So PCSD chat, there are multiple cases. There's the primary one is just non-emergency announcements, and hopefully not too many emergencies, right? But non-emergency announcements, parent-teacher conferences, that sort of thing. We also use it for feedback. So there have been multiple times where Dr. Conley or Melinda have launched essentially a survey of parents in the community to get feedback on something. So those are uses that are really the primary intention of the program.
How did you get involved with the school? How did you guys find each other?
You know, I'm going to give credit to Mo Hickey, who initially, we were talking to Mo about it for other use cases, and Mo said, how can you not try this at the school? You have to go talk to the school about this. And Dr. Conley and Molly Miller at the time, and now Melinda, have really endorsed it. And it's been such a phenomenal success that we're actually doubling down this year. We recently got a grant from the Governor's Office of Economic Development to develop the product for other school districts here in the state. So we're really, really excited about that use case, and it was born right here in Park City.
That's so awesome. Well, obviously we are evolving with technology. This is an option for not only teachers and staff, but also for students, parents, anybody who wants to get involved. You said the Spanish community is involved. Is this something that are they getting text in Spanish so that they're able to immediately understand what's happening?
Exactly. So they get the announcements at exactly the same moment that any English-speaking person gets it. And in fact, it's not just Spanish, it's over 100 languages. So
Wow.
if you happen to speak Somali and you're in Park City, you will get the notices in Somali. And if you reply back in your native language, it will actually translate it for Melinda, so she can answer in English and it'll translate it back. So you can literally engage the district completely natively and not have to worry about translation.
And not go through some weird system of trying to figure out how to turn on your language. You just respond in your language and it translates automatically.
Exactly.
This is amazing.
No, thank you. It's really, really cool.
Well, Caleb, let's talk about what kind of effects have you seen throughout the year?
We know that the community wants more communication. It's clear people like to be communicated with. So being able to use PCSD chat has been a positive for our district, our faculty, the people that work there, but also obviously the parents. And with the emergency situations, that's been so heightened and something that all administrators are extremely cognizant of right now with the tragedies that have happened. To know that in 5 or 10 minutes, everyone that's on PCSD chat is going to know a little bit about what's going on is great. But like you said, the parent-teacher conferences, the ability for two-way communication. We had a Compass event where students were able to look at their career hopes in the future and to get that information out on someone's cell phone. We know that that's a very powerful tool. So we're thrilled with what PCSD chat is doing. We're also thrilled with how open they are to feedback. I think the first time we had an emergency situation, it took too long to get the information out. It was fixed so quickly. So our relationship with atlasRTX and the PCSD chat is such a positive thing because we're with them early. They've really adapted to our needs, and I know they have a great working relationship with Melinda Colton, our Director of Communications. So it has only been a positive, and I think it's just going to get better.
Sounds like such an amazing opportunity for everybody to get involved. I know if I were a parent and I had a kid in school, this is exactly what I would want to be involved in. Let's talk about how do people get involved with this?
So there are multiple ways to do it. The easiest is to go to the Park City School District website, and there's a way to sign up right from the website. The other way, and I can't believe I think I'm remembering the number correctly, Melinda's not going to be happy with me. It's 435-602-4444. That's 602-4444, and you just text your name to that phone number, and it'll automatically sign you up.
Awesome. So you send a text or you go online?
Exactly. Either way.
Well, very cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this morning and for telling us about this new system you guys have been using for the last year or so. Sounds like you guys are right with the times, and I appreciate all the communication that's going around the entire community and not just the staff, and the teachers. And like you said, to extend it to immigrants and to people who don't speak English. This is perfect system for everybody here.
We agree.
Thank you, Kelly. Thanks, Kelly.
All right, very cool. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, we have a lot more coming up on the Mountain Morning Show. Stay tuned after this break.